Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Rosie here, and I play Dead by Daylight so you don't have to. More match commentary on Trashilarity, bro. And one thing here that I think is unique is you'll notice that we have a wage build on. Hi, wage. We're running wage builds on Trashilarity, bro. And I've had a lot of success with this build, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and call it meta, because it does have barbecue and lethal pursuer and just perks that, like, I really do continue to believe that you outgrow as a killer. I truly I will still always say that. I still think some of these perks you outgrow as killer. But when you haven't played in a while, and especially when you're learning this new killer who can be kind of unfriendly in terms of the information that he provides, and with a killer that, honestly, the community is struggling to agree on even the basics, giving basic information. I know they have distortion. Don't tell me about it. I know that distortion exists. But with a killer like this, where it's like when you have information, okay, and you can make better decisions based on what he wants to be doing with that information, it can provide you a very different view of him, I suppose. And again, I'm not going to sit here and say it's top tier meta OP, okay? But the viability against a top tier Swift of this build is still yet to be seen, and you can probably do better at top percent with like a deadlock or a score chuck, but it's like we can't even agree on the basics of the killer yet. So let's not talk about meta builds yet. Let's fucking find the foundation of what we're supposed to be doing. So I was like, I bit on Wage's little bobber. I bit on the hook, and I got sucked in, and I started running his build. And I was like surprised at like the amount of success that we started having. Okay, so what you get when you run this, okay? You get Lethal Pursuer, Corrupt Intervention, combined with the purple add-on that fucking lets you fucking get them right away, right? This means we talked about in my past videos, that this killer is fast, right? This killer likes to be very quick, and he does everything super, super quickly, okay? So the LP combined with the early game add-on, fuck the EMP generation. That's not what you really are using it for. That guy went right and we totally missed him because we're idiots. And again, I'm not going to tell you we're playing any geniuses. We're still not, we're still not playing like top tier Survivor main 397. Like we're still trying to figure out basics of the killer. But it's like, okay, we got that quick down. We're at bad map preschool, so a hard map for a killer. We got that quick down on Jill, which, again, she fucked up. Again, we're not playing any top-tier experts. So, we're going to go ahead and take basement. No scorch hook here. So, like, this killer likes to be active. Okay? And one thing that you'll notice when you play this killer is if you don't have a web, you can get into very long chases if your tunnel isn't set up. I said this in Wage's stream yesterday. I don't think he was I don't think he really understood what I meant, but he was playing, so I'm not going to hold it against him. I think this killer's tunnel is kind of weak. Like, if you go into the game and go, I'm going to tunnel this person. I'm going to tunnel this person. Like, the first person I hook, I'm going to tunnel. Well, if you play the killer with that mindset, I honestly don't think he's that good. Okay? If you don't have a web set up, why fucking bother chasing somebody? He's very similar to Hag in that manner. Okay? We know that they're healing in basement because we don't have any visual on them. So now we can kind of come back. So there's Jill, who we probably should commit to, but we know that there has to be somebody else here, and I think they were in a locker on the other side, but then they hop out and scratch marks. So fuck it. Check one more, see if I've got like a locker trick, I guess. Gem got popped, whatever. We have 3 split streams. Looking at our map, okay. So like we have 2 injures, 3 split streams. We know that gen is being worked on. We got an aura reveal from our other purple add-on. Even with distortion, if they pick up EMPs, you're getting hooked, you can really fucking I would say, outspam distortion with this killer. If provided you have a good flow going. you can just get more aura reveals than they can fucking set up. So, we got somebody on the right over there. We don't have any visual. We have visual, but we can't fucking get him. Okay, he's got an EMP, but he's not using it yet. We see Jill, who is now our instant new target. Blow it up, but that's okay. Take that down that he's going to give us. Sure, you're going to give it to me. If it's free, it's for me, lads. We could chase the Jill, but we don't have any split streams in play. It's not. This killer's best slug game happens when he's got a lot of split streams in play. We don't have any in play. It's not really time for a slug game, I don't think. Okay, we still have scratch marks. This gen is at four pistons, and we have a hook by it, so we can go ahead and try to save it, despite the fact that we don't have any, like, regression. See, that's the kind of stuff they need to look at. Scratch marks. Did we get... No, we didn't get it. Rough. But that's still Jill. We have 5 stacks of save, so we're still building up pretty fast. Boom. We have a thing in play, so it's like take our easy infection and then break the pallet. We still like that placement on the biopod because we still can scan a large area with it. So just because the pallet is gone, again, multi-purpose biopods. The importance of multi-purpose biopods cannot be understated. Biopods that are doing more than one thing for you. This one in here is very specific, but that gen's also very unsafe. So, like, I don't know. That's probably not the best placement, but it's like, we know the obsessions of the other side of the map. Go ahead and take the hit. We can kind of go for this tunnel here. We know we're at bad map preschool. We got to make something happen. Don't rip the classic rosy whiff. He has off the record, or maybe that was dead hard. Who knows? Oh, the rosy whiff. Classic Rosie. That should have been a down. Another gen done. That's the one. That's the one in main. Okay, Jill. Fantastic. Don't commit to them for too long. Very good. That's going to be a down with save. I think save is kind of mandatory on him. I really do. I fluctuate between save and bamboozle, but it's like I think you can counter most windows through good play. Any window that's giving you problems, I feel like a well-placed biopod could maybe counter it in some way, shape, or form. I think that's my theory. That's why I'm reluctant to throw bamboozle back on there, even though I windows do kind of give him a hard time. Okay, we see somebody. That's Leon. Make that EMP come out. Jill. Oh, check it out. This guy's also going to be a stage 2 if we get him. If we get this guy, we open up multiple options, and he's more outflanked than the Jill is. So we're going to go ahead and take that. No one's still working on that gen. We have 3 gens left, so like analyzing our game state here, we are not in like these gens could be going faster, and we know that. So taking that, those 2 biopods over there are kind of not doing much for us, but based on our locations. That one at Shack's still alright. That one's still EMP'd. So, just fucking get rid of it and replace it. It's not worth fucking waiting that 30 seconds based on the Leon's positioning. Okay, fantastic. Hello, Jill. We still have 8 stacks of save. We probably could have followed her and shot her that way, but we still have a decent camp going on, and we don't want to leave this gen. So that was why we definitely could have. Okay, Leon's coming in. We don't want to give up our save. So, we're just going to go after this here. Biopod, force the Leon to fucking follow him. Which the Leon does the correct play and actually takes a split stream for him. That was actually good on his part. Okay, so now he's kind of our best target. We still don't want to leave that gen. We don't want to leave that gen very much. He probably should have went into the school, but he didn't, so that's good for us. Because he didn't go into the school, we can follow him with this biopod. Easy teleport. Look at that. This is on Badham. He should have went in the school. Like, he should have went in the school. We all know that. But it's like the fact that he didn't go in the school. Again, these guys are used to being able to, especially at bad map preschool, these guys are used to being able to fucking kind of do whatever the fuck they want at a map like this. So the fact that this killer was able to put on kind of enough pressure to fucking shut down that area Like, against a different killer, he probably could have made that tile. That, you know, the car one on the other side of the skull. Probably could have made that. Probably could have made that. Probably could have made that stupid tile. Okay, we got the hook, and again, we're looking for Jill. Or, again, we have two options now because we decided to spread our pressure. But it's fine. We'll go ahead and take this guy. We'll get another aura reveal. They have to start moving. They have to do something. One of the good things about barbecue is, like, you can find specific survivors just a little easier. There she is over there. There she is. We meant to, okay, we knew that. Let me rephrase that again. We knew that the survivor, the first aura we got with barbecue, that was the fucking Leon. We didn't need him. She's kind of zoned off. We don't really need the power. It might be a little faster, maybe. I still can't really tell. With Made for This, it's probably not faster. But we knew that that was the Leon because he was split streamed. The killer gives you some additional info based on the aura. So she was split streamed, and then we found the Jill. Okay, first, perfect. They're going for a heal. What a waste of fucking time that is. Because now because we know they're healing, we could come back, we can fall back and secure a stage 2 on Mr. Frustrated Player because we know what they're doing. We kind of know where they are, and we're threatening with our terror radius, just kind of falling back. But our main play here. But by threatening with the terror radius, we kind of force them to commit to the heal. I guess not necessarily, but at least a little bit. Especially since they healed the non-obsession first. That's always a mistake against the save user. The obsession needs to stay healthy as much as possible. So, like, that was a big mistake on their part. Okay, there's the Leon. We can take an easy infection here. Just a little off. We left it a little early. That's because of the camping shit, I think. So, we want to keep save, so fuck the Leon. We're really after the other guy. As soon as we find Carlos or whatever the fuck his name is, we immediately fucking go off. You see that? Because we're not we're not interested in the tunnel because of the fact that that's not good enough. We want to keep that gen alive because there's only one left, so we're going to switch over to the Leon, get the pallet down. I don't know why he does that, but sure. Now we have 2 people injured. Very good. We can still survey that gen, so we can kind of play a little further out. Uh-oh, scratch marks. So we came back, surveyed it, there's our man, we want him. So we're going to do a full-on commit to this. Even if they get the gen done, we will secure a draw. Which, again, that's not a loss. Okay. Force him back towards the pod. Okay. Check it. EMP'd. Which means we want to come back over here, is what that means. Everybody's injured. So boom, kick this, reset. We want to kind of reset here. It probably should be kicking that pallet, but it's technically near a pod, so it's not the worst thing in the world. We want to get a pod up over here as well, so we're just going to go ahead and YOLO it and do it. We don't want to give them any time to breathe. We don't want to give them any time to make a transition. Like, you have to do that, Jen. Boom, we see a survivor. We don't care who it is. We know everybody's injured, but boom, it's our man. That's who we want. So our exploration of the map was just rewarded there. He got to the tile. We probably should have went the other way, but the tile's actually weak enough to where we can just get him. So boom, we secure our draw. That way, if they pop a gen, we can still probably kill one more at this point. So we don't really care what it looks like. Perfect. EMP'd. We have information. So all our play now, we don't know where the other guy is. He ends up being over there. We just missed his aura. Our play now is just to go back over there. If he pops the gen, he pops the gen. It's whatever. Now we know both of them are over there. We saw the Gabriel with the split second we had there. Boom. There's only 3 pistons moving on that. Replace that. Now we're favored to 4K. 4K win. Like, we're favored to win. Now. Okay, that gen is safe. We're just checking it. Just making sure we don't need to go back over there. We know there's nobody likely over there. Come down there, check this one. Hello, Gabriel. Easy. And then we secured a stage 2 on him. So, dead. He's dead too. This character slows the gens through constant aggro pressure. He's not really... He is capable of winning through aggro plays against some like babies. This is kind of how he beats scrubs. Okay? And again, once you have your foot in the door, you might want to take some of these perks off. You know? Depends on your play style. But if you're struggling with them, really recommend trying this out. Because it can be helpful. It can be helpful to kind of get your foot in the door and kind of understand them. Boom. Easy. Easy. Bonk. Sorry. Sorry. 2 rosy whiffs. Can't end the game without rosy whiffs, bro. But there you go. See how we played that tile? We got that pallet down really quick. Oh, if you're a basic M1 killer, lads, think about how long you rotate around that car tile against a good survivor. Think about it. And look how quickly we just got it down. Yeah, the game was already over, but we deleted that pallet super quickly. And again, that's that Bad Ham Preschool. And we think these are Swifts based on their offerings, by the way. I forgot to say that at the top of the stream. We suspect that these 2 matches are Survive with Friends. Again, they're not top-tier meta Swift, but it's they have some level of coordination. Again, it's possible they're not. We don't know for sure. But it's look at their offerings here. They got... well, never mind. I cut it off. But if you go back and look at the offerings, they're pretty much in sync. This time we got 2 Twitch streamers in here, which they were both not live streaming, unfortunate. Rosie doesn't play survivors with high prestige level. All Rosie's games are below 10. I invite you to stop talking. I get them when they show up, bruh. That's all you can do. You can get them when they show up. Okay, let's look at the offerings. Bloody party streamers. Bloody party streamers. Fucking frightful plan. Bloody party streamers. Is that a Swift? It might not be, but I think it is. I think that's a 4-man, don't you? If that's not a 4-man, what is it? It's at least a 2-man, based on the skins and the names. It's at least a 2-man. But, if that's not a 4-man, what is? So we come in, we get the McMillan map offering this time. I think they negated it last time. They brought 3. In the last match, they had 3 plus 100% blood points and then a map negation. Just to make sure you get crap. Because a lot of crap is in the map algorithm right now because of the community vote. And all for some reason, the 4-to-1 player base voted for all the Survivor maps. That's weird. Oh, wait, they put Dead Dog Saloon in there, so you'll shut up, killers. Yeah. It's 1 in 8. I'll get it once every fucking 10 games of Giddy Meatland and Larry's. Larry's is boosted. You can't tell me it's not. I've just seen people, I got Larry's 2 times in a row, and then I saw AQ get it 2 times in a row, but it's apparently not boosted. Okay. What are the odds of both of that happening, twice, in a span of a day of each other, if the map isn't boosted? Okay, Moaning Whorehouse. We got Moaning Whorehouse, okay? So, we gotta work fast with the killer. Get some shit up. We want to get Shack. Wage taught us how to place at Shack, which is right there in the middle. Okay, we see 2 of them. We kind of missed the other 2, but that's still enough to fucking get a good start over here. Okay, get that up. We just kind of get some early coverage options. We don't even know if that's a good one, but we just know they're over here, so we got to be fast. Worry about specific placement later. Early though, you guys gotta rush in. This killer's very aggressive. Skullmer, I think a big reason people are kind of conflicted is because he feels like he should play a bit passively based on what his power is. His power on paper sounds passive based on what you know about characters like Skull Merchant and Knight and even some other killers. But, this killer's very aggro. He's very aggressive. You gotta be up in their face, as soon as possible. See how they play this? I totally disagree with this choice. I totally disagree with how they just played that. totally disagree with it. They just treated you like a bad killer. That's what they did. Do you see how they did that? They treated me like a bad killer. And I'm not saying like they treated me like I'm a bad player. They did not respect the power at all. They did not get off the gen. Did you see how they did not get off the gen? That's because they treated you like a bad killer. They ignored the fact that you were there because it's like, oh, I can kite you, kind of like demo portals. They treat you like a bad killer, and I disagree with that play choice. I totally disagree with that play choice. I think you kind of play him like a locale in a lot of situations. I think you still kind of play him like a locale, but I also think if they treat you like a locale, you can punish them. That's why I think he's a weird oddity of the game. You kind of play him like a locale still, a little bit more aggressively than other locales, but you still kind of play him like a locale. But if they play against you like a locale, as if you were one, then you can get set up in their face pretty fast. Because again, we work quickly here. Now we're not interested in tunneling her because we have an okay map so far. EMP'd over there. That one's probably gonna fall. Once that gen falls, we do not go in there and blow that biopod up, which we probably should have. We should probably blow that. I think you should probably blow that one up. I think the reason I left it though was because I was just like I want to have one at the God Loop. I guess that was my thought process. Okay. I probably should have teleported to the one up there. That one up there is a little odd. Or I think I end up blowing that one up eventually. It's not very useful. Okay, now we start getting into kind of hook trades here. That's the obsession. That's why we didn't like hit her. She split a split stream though. Very good. That's very helpful. Bum, boom, idiot. Even if she had kept going left, like her play was kind of to head towards Shack, but we got like fucking tons of biopods up there. We got tons of pods in the Shack, but if she went left, we would have split streamed her and got her. This is the one I think we end up just blowing up, yeah. Okay, that one over there. We don't have any biopods over there. That gem was not a big loss. If anything, that gem popping was good for us, because now we know we don't have to go over there at all. Kind of threaten her. Put one a little closer, just so she just like have that passive threat. We're still not really leaving the area. We're still like really proxy camping really hard here because of the shape of the map. Like we know they have to come past us to get this hook rescue based on the way that the map is shaped. Ah, somebody picked up an EMP. I don't know if we missed that ore reveal or not, but it's okay. It's the obsession. Unfortunate, but we're going to go ahead and just take the trade. We could go after her, but we don't have any save stacks, and we have 3 gens left. I think the hook trade was the better play here because we know that there's another survivor here. They thought we were going to go after the tunnel, which would make an easy fucking hook rescue for them. I think that's what they were doing. They thought we were going to hard commit to the tunnel. And so they played a little bit rude towards us. They were thinking they were going to have a very easy rescue. But no, we're going to fucking camp. We're going to fucking just do a hook trade and then camp this. Still survey the gens. Still let them know that you're still around. Picked up an EMP. Okay, cool. We're going to do another hook trade. We have 3 injures, if you'll notice, around the map. We have 3 injures. And that because we have barbecue and chili, what we can do is when we find the Jill, we can take her. We want the Jill. That's who we still are interested in. We know she probably went over here. She just EMP'd that. Kind of a waste because there's nothing over there. That was kind of a bad EMP, honestly. Threaten with your physical presence. Let them know you're still here. We got a nice 3-gen, if you notice. 1, 2, 3, right there. Okay, that gem wasn't a big loss either. There's no biopods by that one. They hit 2 gens that aren't doing anything for them. We don't have any biopods by that one on the outskirts, but that one's pretty much a guaranteed free gen. They kind of have to break our 3-gen right now. Ah, there's somebody there. Who's that? Boom, Claudette. Okay. Okay. We're like, unfortunate. It's not Jill or anybody important, but we can still trade. We can still trade, build up safe the best for last stacks. We got a grab, so we didn't get the 4th one, which is probably what we should have done. We're still looking for Jill. We're getting all these hook trades. We're going to find the fucking Jill eventually. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, okay, Kate. We're still looking for Jill, man. She will come out. We almost missed an order reveal. But it's like, okay, sure. We see her. Threaten the injure. She picked an EMP up. There she is. There she is. Okay. Now we're hard committing. 4 stacks of save. She probably should have went inside. I still think this killer is much fucking better outdoors than indoors. Oh, I still think that. I don't know why Wage thinks that. I really don't. I think outdoors there's way less line of sight breakers. Okay, that heal, make it a waste of time. We have a slug. We still know that Jill is here. We just saw her actually. We're gonna go ahead and take the down and get the kill because we need a kill. There's 2 gens left. 2 slugs. We're in a pretty good spot. But, okay, we know where everybody is. We're going to go pressure a little bit. We don't need to kill right now. We know where everyone is. We're going to go over here and threaten with our physical presence a little bit. Oh, she DC'd. My bad. That's why we did that. I totally... With the sound, you kind of forget what happens sometimes. She DC'd, Rosie. You're stupid. Okay, boom. Easy infection. Go to the left. Kind of push her to the left. She rotates back around. Push her this way. She should have went up because there's no biopods up there. Easy teleport. But she doesn't know there's no biopods up there. No one's touched that gen yet. If they touch that gen would be fucking deleted already. One thing I want to talk about is the glove. Because it's very tempting for you to go, okay, if you ran the glove add-on, you would have just kicked that pallet faster. Okay, yeah, sure, but like, look. My question is, how necessary is the glove, like, really? Do you need the glove, or do you need to be able to teleport better? And what I mean by that is, better teleports to make sure you fucking... Look how they're playing this. Look how they're playing this. I do not agree with this choice one bit. They pop the gen, but we just gotta grab. Like, why do that? I just agree with that choice. Okay, but back to the glove. Do you need that extra 25% on overclock? Is that what you need to play against the killer? To play as the killer? Is that what you need? Or is what you need better teleports to kick the pallets, better time teleports to kick the pallets, as well as better aim on split stream survivors to get more teleports? So even when you don't get the pallet, like you kick the pallets, like you may get a slow pallet kick, but if you have a good aim, you can still overclock again in like a second. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean about the glove. I think the glove is an add-on you outgrow. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hard commit to this. Okay, like, here's what I mean. Look. You kick the pallet, and then we don't have a split stream yet. Okay, she wised up. He might have been able to hit her there, actually. Who knows? But now she's going up because she knows there's a biopod there. We're gonna get her, so we don't need to teleport. We know that we know the distance. We don't need to teleport. Again, could you get her slightly faster? Maybe, but why take that chance? You'd rather have a down than a pallet kick. 25% faster. Okay, heal's happening, which means they're not doing gens. Beautiful. Okay, where's the heal at? Okay. No barbecue, so they have to be kind of close. Oh, but maybe a distortion. Okay. There's a hook. We have 6 save stacks. EMP'd. It's time to get rid of this pallet. It's doing more harm than good. We know we need to go over there because we don't have a fucking biopod up. We can still kind of compete here. We know that based on the last time we were over there, that gen is not that far done. So which means we can still compete here. Which means we don't want to hard commit to a tunnel when we don't have to, especially when there's only 3 survivors left. When you can kind of definitely play the map a little bit stronger and a little better. Okay, she's got an EMP, force its usage. Kate. We're going to give up save stacks, but we're going to take an injure. Very good. Let her go. We're not letting her go. Okay, we needed to check for biopods. Like, that was the correct play, was to check for the pods because of where she was at. Okay, we have 3. Everybody's injured. We now have bought ourselves the time we need to go over here. We know that no gen is being worked on. The only one that could possibly be worked on is this. Okay, great. We got a biopod up. Injured Claudette who's dead on hook. Kick it. We see that she's coming, But she's trying to save her teammate is what she's really doing. Which we're not going to fall for it because we need this. We need a kill. But, it's free. If it's free, it's for me. We kind of. You see how the way that we moved there? We were very tricky, where we could have went after multiple people. If you got an EMP, use it. I don't want you to use it. And we made a choice in the moment based on our gen control. That's what we did there. Okay, we know where everyone is. Boom. May have EMP'd that one, but it wasn't in range of this one. Another easy infection. Okay, swap over to this one. Swap over, Rosie. Yeah, I think we blew. No, I thought that one was gone. But we probably could have gotten a teleport there. Had we teleported to the right biopod. See, that's it. We should have gotten rid of that one in the indoor. I think. I don't think you really want to be chasing indoors with this killer. I think you want to be outdoors whenever possible. Wage, I don't get it. I'm sorry, dude. I don't see that yet. Okay, fine. This person's going to be free, so we want the free down. We see Claudette, and we have a hook still. Which means we can kind of just take this. It's pretty much guaranteed. We want to kind of bring her back over closer to the gens. Not too far. But we definitely didn't want to waste our time going over there. Okay, we want to go over here because this person's on that gen. And I think it's the Claudette as well. Yeah, it is. I think she's giving up too. I know, EMP. It looked like she was giving up. I thought she was giving up as I played. But it's like, okay, the gen that's furthest along is this one. So, sure, EMP it, we don't care. That tile's covered. She has to go back to the left. That was a very possible infection. But it's fine based on this part of the game. Boom. You see, you just swap over to the gen you think that they're at. And now we're going to come over here. She mistimed the EMP. There's like a brief window where they can't EMP themselves, but they can. But it's kind of odd. I don't really get how that works. But then we got it down, and she's down on hook. This is gonna secure her win. You kind of just have to be super aggressive. And again, you might be able to combine aggression with gen slowdown perks, but like if you're finding that you are struggling to get a core foundation, this build can actually help you do that. It doesn't sound like a good build when you look at it, but like what it really does is it helps you learn the killer. Okay, I've sacked matches. You can watch my stream yesterday. There are matches that we had where we lost where I said I understand that I'm about to lose the game, but what I'm doing here is trying to fucking learn the killer's chase. What I'm doing here is trying to interact with the survivors as much as I can and chase. Sometimes I messed up biopop plays, etc., etc. There's a lot to keep track of here, but it's like just because of the nature of the pub stomping nature of this build combined with the pub stomping nature of the killer, you will be able to slow gens against not top level teams with this. That's what I found. So don't tell me it's not meta. I don't care. I don't care that I don't care it might not be meta. It's very good at what it does, and what it does is help you provide that foundation for the killer. Alrighty, lads, I'm getting the hell out of here. GG's.